All right, good morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is good. Oh, I gotta plug in my iPad. Holy cow. I looked over and it's immediately like, I'm low power. And it's like, okay, hang on. All right. Hello. Hi, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday. Because it's Thursday. It feels like it should be a Friday for me because it's my fourth time live this week. And usually that means that it's Friday, but we had our fun little extra stream this week, which was very fun. I'm turning my my Digimon watch back on because I totally forgot that I had this. And then I was telling Brian and Jalen that I was like, oh yeah, I should get back to using that. And then did it for one day and then promptly forgot. So, but I got my yeah, listen, I know you're mad. I got my cool, see if it'll focus. Come on. See if I can trick it. With the beauty move. No, well, now the screen is off. I got my cool Swimmon in here. And he's about to turn into a Shroudmon. He's all ready to do it. I just have to wait for his timer to roll over. I like the dim watch. I was talking to Jalen. The thing that annoys me about this is that they released this in America and then immediately released a better version in Japan and have and then like cut features from the app, and then now there's a new app, but that app doesn't have as many features as the original app. Like, it has more features if you have the new watch, and I'm just like I complain a lot about like Americans being like second thought in some of these things, despite us also being fans of these franchises. Like, I've talked about it with Pokemon, where like for years, and still now to a little bit, like Japan would get, Pokemon promotions where it would be like, oh, we're opening a new Pokemon Center. Let's do like a giveaway of a Pokemon that's incredibly rare or something like that. Or these massive campaigns that never saw the light of day in America. And and then for America, it's like, yeah, I guess you get I don't know, like a Pikachu, and it feels the same way. It feels the same way as this, It feels the same thing with this, where it's like, yeah, I guess you can finally have one. We're not going to call it Digimon, though. We're going to call it Vital Hero. And then we're not going to release that. We're only going to release the bands. We're not going to release any of the cards in store. And then we're not going to release the cards that we sell with the bands. And the cards are locked to the band that you originally use it with. So you can't like borrow your friends. And I'm just like, this isn't as exciting as I wanted it to be. So I don't know. I might get one of the new bands at some point. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. But I hope everybody's ready for more Midnight Suns. The card game liker has logged on. So let me tell you, I am excited. For some Midnight Suns today. I think the thing I want to do is I want to make sure we're using Wanda. Because I want to make sure we're getting new cards for her. Because I want new cards for her, So we might take some time and just do some battles with her. We're supposed to get news about Venom today. Oh, we are supposed to get news about Venom today. You're right. Also, Sage, good morning. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Let's go to the Discord. Yes, thank you for the reminder, Sage. Also, hi, good morning, friend. How are you? What if they stealth dropped it today? What if they were just like, here's the news, it's out? Not enough places do that, because that'd be very funny. That'd be very funny. Just like tune in today for news. The news, it's out. Didn't work last night, so I'm relaxing before I decide to crash. That's good. I'm glad you had a day off, and I'm glad that you are relaxing. Another cool thing that's going to happen today is Destiny is going to have a Vidoc. And so they're going to do a big look at the new expansion. So we're definitely going to look at that. I've got the tweet for I've got Midnight Sun's Twitter up. So I'll keep an eye out on that. Okay, just wanted to take forever to load. Oh yeah, look at Venom. Look at that. Oh, I'm just looking at that image again. That's a good looking Venom. That's a good looking Venom. But yeah, so the Vidoc goes live at 10. So when we find a good stopping point around 10, we'll watch the Vidoc. I'm very excited for Lightfall. Brian and Jalen and I played some Destiny last night. We got through the kind of end of season mission. Jalen! Speaking of Jalen, we got through the end of season mission. You talking about me? I heard my name. What's happening? Valid. Yeah, we finished the Destiny story, and then we did a mission for a catalyst, which was nice. I might actually try to finish some more catalysts, at least have them unlocked, finish the quests before the end of the season. I do have some end of season stuff I want to do, but even then, freaking Fortnite season's ending. And then like there's this Fortnite event, and there's too much. It's too much. Jalen, how are you doing today, my friend? How are you doing? I don't think I'm gonna get that last skin in Fortnite. That's so much Fortnite to play. Oh, you mean the like the guy at the end? The guy that every time I look at him, I just think I think he looks like Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, you know, if you miss one, that's okay. If you miss one, I got to Nezumi last night, which is the skin I really want. So I really want to get through Nezumi's stuff and finish those mid-season the extra skins. Did you see the new event, Jalen? The I keep calling it Crime Time. I don't know what it's actually called. I don't remember the infamy stuff. It was fun. I was playing last night, or I was playing yesterday after stream. It's fun. It dovetails. Crime Time. 100%. Thank you, Jesse. 100%. Thank you, Jesse. Midnight Suns was opening and crashed. We can't start this today. I was opening Midnight Suns and it crashed. Feel frustration. Finally finished Mega Aquarium a few weeks ago, but it was so unstable on Switch it crashed no less than 200 times on the last level. I would do 3 or 4 things, save, continue. Oh my god. That's so frustrating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're dealing with, you dealt with that. That's, oof. It was the last level I put 70 hours in, so there's no backing out. the gamer code of like, I gotta finish. That's fair. That's fair, honestly. I'm not sure it's not gonna do it again. Very fun overall. Apparently has no issues on Steam though. Do you recommend? I think Mega Aquarium's one of the games that I have like recommended to Erin that she would enjoy. So because I'm pretty sure she would. I think she would dig it. Okay. But yeah, it looks good. Like looking at it on Steam, it's like, oh, this is So but yeah, Jesse, good morning. I love Jesse just rolling in with crime time, and I'm just like, yes, crime time. The last animal unlock was my favorite animal, so I was pleased. What was that? I'm very curious. I don't know what I don't know what your favorite animal is, so I'm curious.
Ready to work?
A whale shark? Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
The chaos magic's power grows.
Okay, Wanda, you gotta. Okay. So, Bot, thank you for the reminder. People I'm sure know, but in case you don't, we're raising money for Chthon this week.
Focus, Robbie. Focus.
Red Love and Arms is a charity based out of my home state of Florida, focused on mental health and suicide prevention. Does the game look choppy? No. They're focused on getting people the help and resources that they need. So all the money raised all of this week is going to go directly towards that mission. We've raised $171. That will fund 300 people finding resources through the Find Help website, which connects you with local resources and specialists, which you can find !find help. And will help someone sit down with a counselor for the first time. $100 pays for that. So this is doing real actionable good. I appreciate and thank everybody who's donated so far. At $200, as I run around looking for Charlie, at $200 we unlock our second of two $25 Chthon merch gift card giveaways. If you want to get in on that, we just need to raise another $30, and those giveaways will happen at the end of the campaign after all of the donations have gone through. So once again, thank you to everybody that's done so far.
You can't find it, can you?
I don't know what's happening right now.
Somewhere in the Russia region, Europe, near Germany.
Oh right, we're going to Transia.
Robbie.
That reminds me, what side of the road do transients drive on?
Just have the hell ride full of diesel and ready.
The hell ride doesn't take diesel.
All right, I was inviting everyone to a haven. I was getting friendly with everybody. I'm gonna pull out my phone because I don't want to have as many crashing things as we did last time. Marvel, Midnight Suns, Haven Guide. How to use havens to boost friendship fast. Hell yeah. I need fast friends.
Yes, the coffee shop cinnamon blend. Good call, Ileana. Transia is known for lots of trauma, war, and terrible coffee.
We cannot expect to save the day with decaf. That would be counterproductive.
This wasn't helpful, IGN.
This will be a very strange homecoming. We are not our homes.
Okay.
We are our family.
You know, why is that not surprising to me?
The family here can get through anything together.
I missed you, Ileana.
All right, Mandaporn pictures, but I've already done Wolverine. Tony, what is Tony like?
Portion of my summer abroad. Is it more like Berlin weather or like Prague
He likes going on
Do I need
picnics.
my
Hey,
spider parka?
you ever wanted to go on a picnic with Tony Stark? Just me and Tony eating a witchy charcuterie?
Damn it, Hunter. I hate this.
We can do something else if you want.
No.
No, the whole situation. Chasing
Valid.
magic pages from an evil
Absolutely
book,
not.
Facing your creepy demon mom, hiding in the abbey
Here,
while the
good
world
morning.
falls apart.
I think he'd appreciate a joke.
Do not forget the cranky billionaires.
Boss, read the room. Not the best time for banter.
What?
This is not a problem I can solve. This gamma nonsense that's going on, it's rewriting the laws of physics.
He's
Or
already
it's a
like,
byproduct. I don't
here,
know.
how are you?
How am I supposed to contribute when I don't know how reality works on any given day? Did we lose
Go with
entropy?
vibes.
How about friction? What's next? Do light waves gain mass?
Yes, everything we know is in terrible danger. There is no easy answer or easy
Here, I hope you're
fix.
doing well today.
Then what the hell is there?
A handful of people who have a chance to make a difference.
Midnight
as long as they do not
Suns.
give up.
Gift guide. Oh, you like
Okay.
that. Fly around, blast off with
Worst
rockets. That's
pep
how you
talk I've had in
contribute.
years, by the way. But your point stands.
All right. So Iron Man likes. Oh yeah, right. The Iron Man fan fiction anthology. Right. That's why I was like, who wants this sketchbook? Boom.
Blast. Hope you did too. That was one heck of a charcuterie board, right, Hunter?
Hell yeah. Is this gonna be what happens today? Is this gonna be? Is this gonna be today?
Fuck off.
Hey, how's things going this morning? Fucking perfect timing, Brian. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Against my better judgment? I'm gonna put the 2K launcher back on. Maybe it makes it more stable. Maybe that's the problem. Something wonky with these Haven things. I haven't seen it crash this bad since you started with them. That's very true. That's very true. But Brian, how are you? How you doing, friend? Yeah, I cannot handle how bad these crashes are. So far, so good. Getting it moving. Hope you're feeling good today.
Focus, Robbie. Focus.
All right, let's do it again.
I'm focused, Blade.
Point to trigger.
Picnic.
Damn it, Hunter. I hate this.
We can do something else if you want.
No, the whole situation. Chasing magic
Do not worry about what.
I am beyond. Dude. Worst.
Okay.
There has to.
I got a different outfit with him. I'm gonna save immediately.
Transia is a country in trauma. Their borders could easily destabilize at any moment. The people there, they have seen so much war, trauma, and pain. We must spare them at all costs.
Right. I'm packing coffee.
Where is he? There he is.
Yes, the coffee shop cinnamon blend. Good call, Ileana.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Transia is known for trauma, war, and terrible coffee.
This makes him, man.
Cannot expect to save the day with decaf.
This makes me think of an old phone game I used to play.
This will be a
Let me see if I can find like an image of it.
We are not our homes.
Oh man.
Our family. And
Yeah, here it is.
family here can get through anything together.
Man.
I missed you, Ileana.
I used to play the shit out of this
One heck
game.
of a charcuterie board, right, Hunter?
I used to play the shit out of this game. Don't know if y'all saw
Well,
Moderna set to raise their
recently, animated
COVID
forces
vaccine
with centuries of
price,
culture.
which received $1 billion in taxpayer
ahead.
funding, more than 400%. Bernie Sanders said he forced the CEO to testify about it. Suddenly the company decided they were going to keep it free. Fuck yeah, Bernie. I used to play the shit out of this game. So this is Avengers Academy for mobile devices. Right? It's made by TinyCo. Wow, there's much less on this page than I thought. So you had a school that was run by Nick Fury, right? And you had all these superheroes that would come in. Yeah, as of 2018, yeah, it ended. But it was so enjoyable as a person who likes Marvel shit. Let me see if I can find some like pictures. Oh yeah, okay. So like they added a ton of characters at a certain point. Like you would get, so like Spider-Man, right? So like Peter Parker would show up. It seemed silly and good. It was one of those things where it was one of those mobile games where like, so you had like, it was on an isometric view and you had the school buildings and then they would just be wandering around, you know, and you could tap on them to do stuff. And then they would talk to other characters, right? And they would reference things from the comics and stuff, which was always very silly and good. You could get different outfits if you completed events. So you would send them on actions, and that would be the things where it would give you quests, and it would be like, oh, go do a thing. And then the heroes would go to the buildings and do the actions, right? So it was all about time management, right? But so they would do this neat thing, right? So they had a Civil War event to tie into the movie, and you could get Spider-Man early if you got through the event well enough, right? So Collection 2 Premium, right? So Collection 1 non-premium, if you went through the event, you would unlock Black Panther, because you would just have to like collect all the stuff. You got Sharon Carter, you got Crossbones, and Madam Hydra as like characters, right? And then if you did the premium, which meant like you were hot shit, you were really on it. You could unlock extra characters, you could unlock special outfits, right? So Captain America, Falcon, like it was just such a fun, like, I'm gonna poke at this thing. And they added so many Academy students. Like you could get Amadeus Cho, you could get Agent Venom. They added freaking Marvel at one point. When they did the Guardians quest, when Guardians Volume 2 came out, they had a big Tyne event. They would do these huge Tyne events, right? So like Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Mantis, Collector, Cosmo. I flipped when they announced Cosmo. Adam Warlock, Little Groot, Nova, Nebula Yondu, and Beta Ray Bill as recruitable and premium characters. So imagine, like, this is such a fun Marvel. That dude's been dead how many years? That dog deserves to go to school. Like, look at him. Look, he's so cute. He's so cute. Like, this was his little costume. And then you could upgrade him, right? You would upgrade and they would get different costumes. And the thing that killed it, right? The thing that killed it. Oh, here's the Nova Corps one. So he looked like Nova. I'd support a parent getting their education, make more opportunities for their kids. Hell yeah. The thing that killed it was they eventually, oh yeah, what if you could, hey, here's a fun, what if you could get Zabu from the Pet Avengers, or fucking, Lucky, or Hairball. Oh yeah, Devil Dinosaur. They had Devil Dinosaur for the, hey Jesse, here's the thing. They had a Monsters Unleashed event. They had a Monsters Unleashed event where you could get Moon Girl, Amadeus Cho, Elsa Bloodstone, Orgo, Hercules, and Devil Dinosaur. And then there'd usually be wild freaking outfits, right? So this was Gladiator Captain America, which I guess they don't want to show pictures of. Oh, it's down here. Yeah. So look at all these. So like they would have all of these costumes. They'd have, oh yeah, for the Guardians event, Captain America got a Ravager costume. And then this was from the Monsters Unleashed event. Commander America. Right, for the 75th anniversary, you got World War II Captain America. Cap Wolf for the Halloween event, which I was so pleased. Sabu got me, love a Kazar reference. Heavy Metal Cap, yeah, from the second Halloween event. Yeah. But what killed it was they eventually just really proud of how they voted. They did a like a rebalance event. They did a rebalance where they changed how oh, it looks like their last event was fucking Runaways. Because they're adding Nico and Carolyn and Molly. Oh yeah, for Doctor Strange. Yeah, I don't think I was playing it this time. So they rebalanced everything where it became incredibly difficult to get new characters, to level characters. And it was bad. Like I went from enjoying this game and like playing it every single day, multiple times a day. The fucking Hell's Kitchen, it was so enjoyable, and they actively ruined it. Probably because someone was like, this game isn't monetized enough. This game isn't bringing in enough in-app purchase money. So if you could get on that. So yeah, it was good. I'm glad they got to have like a last event, you know? I'm glad they got to have like a final send off, but man, I enjoyed it so much. It was really frustrating. It was really frustrating when they just killed it. Okay. But yeah, so this outfit really makes me think of that Tony Stark in the game.
Thor would like those colors.
Back to this fucking nerd.
He followed.
We have to take the fight to Hydra. Maybe we can catch them unprepared.
Okay. Carol, what do you want? Sorry for like a total ridiculous side tangent. This Tony Stark outfit makes me think he's gonna come out talking about a new Elder Scrolls game coming out in 15 years. The older I get, the more I want to kick Tony in the teeth. I think that's valid, honestly. This is a very specific version of Tony Stark, and it's not anybody's favorite. You know what I mean? Okay, apparently none of Carol's favorite havens are available anymore? That can't be true. Hang on. Oh my God, why is this so difficult to find? Why is this such a thing? Carol's little symbol, the thing. Oh, cool. I apparently messed up by taking Tony on a picnic when Carol only loves picnics. Why would they do this? All right, I guess we're going painting because that's what we got.
When this is over, we should go skiing.
Are you supposed to glean all this from like established personality? I don't think so.
Either works for me.
Why ski when you can fly?
I'm not just my powers hunter. Sometimes I like to take it slow, just roll with the mountainside. Don't you?
I really feel like this should just be like, you only get to do this once with them, so you just get the bonus for doing it, but...
All my life has been running from or rushing towards Lilith. I do not know what slow is.
That does it. Once we send your mother back to the pit she crawled out of, I am organizing a ski trip.
I'd be fine with that DLC.
Slopes. I'll teach you pizza and french fries. There'll be a thermos of hot cocoa waiting for you.
See, this seems great.
I do not want to hold you
Pizza.
back.
Oh,
French fries.
you're fine.
Pizza.
We'll take it at your pace.
French fries.
I enjoy slowing
Pizza.
down. Remember?
French fries. I don't have a cool gift for her. What I do have is I saw it. I thought I saw it. I don't have it. Well, Snack Box Premium are MREs. She can at least get an
We're
epic
doing
gift.
This again. Make plans.
There's the unauthorized biography of Captain Marvel. Time to take Blade out painting. That's a good point. Save.
And my painting was scroll anti-expressionism. It's big on Xandar. Hunter, you're growing on me.
Blade likes fishing or meditation. Blade.
Hunter, have you seen Blade around?
She just said, Hunter, have you seen Blade around? Meditation. Send some Destiny fan art to the group chat for you and Brian. Hell yeah. Of course I want to meditate with Blade in a graveyard.
Been meaning to ask, when you woke up and saw a half vampire in the Abbey, well, was your first thought about killing me?
Enjoy pain.
You had not proven yourself an enemy, so I did not treat you as such.
As long as you think fast, there's a fine line between choosing your target and hesitating. If I become a threat to the rest of you or to the people out in the world, what I'm asking is, if I lost control, would you stop me?
Ada deserves everything. I'm so sad. I'm so sad about that fan art, Jalen. Why would you do that to me?
If you are ever a threat to yourself and others, I will treat you like any other vampire.
Good. I don't know how Lilith does her thing, but I refuse to become one of her fallen. If there's ever a question, I want you to know my answer.
I understand.
All right then.
That's +4 naturally. Yeah, he needs to know you're gonna do what needs doing.
There better be a next time.
Okay, let's look at Blade's new outfit.
Thanks, Hunter. I needed some art.
Bang! Oh my god. Black tank top, unexciting. Yes! Jesse, can you believe that there's not one but 2 outfits in this game that feature Warlock? Was that a leather jacket? Yeah, it doesn't look good, in my opinion. As in Adam? No, as in New Mutants self-friend Warlock.
I've got some questions about vampires that I was hoping Blade could answer.
I have noticed you are very curious about Blade.
He's an interesting guy. Plus, we're both half human, half something else. We have common ground there. What do you think of him?
He's great. Big fan. What do you think if a Blade enjoys your company?
We would not get far in this fight without him.
He's certainly caught my attention.
Damn.
He rarely seems phased. I could take him on a mission in the Greater Magellanic Cloud and he wouldn't bat an eye.
Is that in space?
I guess not that surprised since Robbie's at the forefront.
Earthbound, huh? End of the world.
What they call you,
forged strong bonds. A half vampire, a resurrected hunter, a half
Nico
alien.
bursts in my room.
Do not forget the guy whose head routinely catches on fire.
The Midnight Suns are one of the more colorful crews I've run with.
Nico and Wander are both like, okay, we gotta have some conversations.
What are we waiting for? Let's hit Hydra hard.
All right. Story mission, Transia. We have a hero op available.
Will my Transia ever know peace?
I don't think I can send anyone. Who do I need for the story mission?
See you soon.
I can send Wanda.
Ready for some hero work?
Damien Hellstrom's in New York. Hey, Jesse, do you want to?
Sending your friends
Let me
out to
read
fight
these.
isn't the easiest
Let me
choice,
read these
but we all know what we
mission
signed up
descriptions for you. Damien Hellstrom is in New York looking for Hellcat. He sent us the following message. All the backups you've sent me so far were good, more than good. This time I need your best. Damien, aka Son of Satan, aka Satana's brother, is also my ex, and he knows how to push my buttons. Can you help me out? That's just a thing in the game. That's just a thing that they give you.
Bye.
Hunter, there's a lot of videos I've been watching about magic on the internet. Did you hear about this school? Magic, time to teach you internet literacy. Hunter comes into the common room one day and is like, hey, what's everyone's Hogwarts house? And they're like, I saw it on the I saw it on the super link, and they're like, who shared it? Oh my god. That's too funny. Cap raising his hand slowly. Like, didn't we?
To think, long ago the nation of Transia was once the seat of power for the heroic knights of Wondercore.
I thought you kids liked that magic shit.
They're pulling in reinforcements from everywhere. But reinforcing what exactly?
Mount Wondercore. There's been something wrong with that place for as long as I can remember.
Something like this.
Nothing wrong with that. Now we know where to strike. Time for a little payback on Queen, Demon... No? Right. Make one slight mistake.
Handing my mother the
I love
last
Wolverine.
page of the Darkhold.
Bringing back the Hulk.
Okay, same mistake, technically.
Tony got me in the books. He would like Gryffindor, he would.
Actually, how about you let us handle things? The Sanctum, Tony's Gamma Death Star, Wanda. Think about it. Every time we listen to you all, some new catastrophe seems to happen. You're not our babysitter, Hunter. You're our leader, and we are the Midnight Suns.
The audio seems
We're
desynced.
And family's family. So this time,
we got your back.
Yeah, the audio's off
Then
sync.
what are we waiting for?
Hell yeah. Everyone on that side of the table's a cool motherfucker. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Sometimes a family is a vampire wishing 3 mutants. I just saw on Twitter, Evil Uno started beef with John Moxley. Love to see Uno get a big push. Fuck yeah. They consider Wanda one of that team interesting? Yeah, she absolutely is. She was on the team before this whole thing started. Hey, Brian, can you keep an eye out for the Venom news? Please and thank you. It's supposed to pop up sometime today. Thank you, buddy. I love you. I appreciate you.
what if we aim for his heart or something?
My mom watched AEW shows out. Her critique what she thought the two guys, Hangman and Mox, were on TV way too long.
A heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
How dare you criticize how long Hangman's on TV? Am I gonna watch the Destiny trailer? Yes. Yes, we are. Hi, Firaxis. Mattcaulder here. I hate this. I hate this. No other game has crashed on me this much ever. Like, get rid of your shitty launcher and your shitty DRM. I agree. You don't need your own weird launcher, and you don't need to run de novo DRM. Christian's back as of last night, which is exciting. Disappointing, because of course I just missed him in person. Right. It's how it always goes. It's how it always goes. Like, why would it crash in the middle of a cutscene? Like,
focus, Robbie. Focus.
Okay, Wanda.
Oh, I'm focused,
Was it here? Okay, Wanda's doing the thing. Oh, did I do sparring? I didn't do sparring. I did do sparring. Okay, good.
Practice makes perfect. Caretaker said I need to be a team player, so I guess I'm letting you choose for me too.
Okay.
More chit-chat. I'm gonna wait near Magic.
Okay.
Is there anything you can tell us about Trent?
To think.
Skip it. It's very silly to make me run at the group. Like, you could just start that cutscene.
What if we aim for his heart or something?
He's not a vampire. He's a gamma-powered muscle man.
Juiced up with a heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
In other words, we're screwed.
Look, I know Lilith is like a dark goddess with an extra angry Hulk as her number 2.
Don't forget the Parchment of Power. She's got that too, which is like super OP.
Which is
But we've
super
got something
OP.
that she doesn't.
A death wish?
No, dude. We've got friends.
Shouts to Hottie Squad.
We're the Midnight
Valid.
Suns. And
I
you
agree.
know what we Suns do? We rise. We've got this, guys. We have to believe in ourselves if we're gonna pull this off. Blade, Robbie, you know what to do, right?
I love the
soon, Nico.
physics freaking
Better not
out
leave me
when it
hanging, because
like
our entire
loads them for the other
existence
cut.
depends on us.
Right. No pressure. It's just the end of the world.
Not if we can help it.
Yeah, go team.
I'll be monitoring the troops' movements from here. You have a small window to strike the facility and get out.
What if we like the place and want to move in?
Watch it. If you want to prove yourself on this mission, you don't need to start acting like Tony Stark. You're traveling to the heart of Lilith's power.
We know. We'll be extra careful.
What if we like the place and want to move in? Magic, that's Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. That's a different game. You have me look at Twitter to look at Venom news. I start seeing them talking about the new stuff coming in Splatoon 3, including weapons with new special moves. Turn to a giant kraken, do huge attacks around the map. Holy shit.
No giant alien slime bubbles, demon energy barriers, or jolly green monsters?
Then they are ours.
Lilith, too. So it was here, all along. Wanda was right.
She usually is.
That's Hulk.
Right. One problem at a time. Midnight Suns, assemble! Or whatever.
Yes. Midnight Suns, assemble, or whatever.
Nailed it.
Line off.
Crushed it. Midnight Suns assemble or whatever.
It looks as if Lilith sent every last Hydra goon
Hashtag one was right.
to guard the entrance.
Between the creepy glow and the howling demonic Hulk, I think we're running
All
out of
right.
We must not let them stand in our way.
I'm feeling stronger already.
So it's not enough to KO that guy in one hit. By the time I read about Magical Girls, it's 2 characters. Their combo attack is called Lava whatever. That's great. Love that. You know, let's just...
This will happen. That was something. Next time, it will be forever. Ready?
Draw the last attack blade. Boop.
You are like an ant to me. I'll step on you if I have to.
Oh my god, don't talk about stepping on people. Ilyana, please, not for free. We've talked about this. You're just gonna keep drawing that. Yeah.
Going for it.
A boo. Excuse me. Let's redraw this. Oh, okay, perfect. Boop.
Hell that.
Let's redraw that, because that's exhaust. We don't want to play that for free. Okay.
I have movement here.
The mother protects us.
I'd like to get 2 of them in if I could, so.
We will not fail. Taking the shot.
Our will.
Listen, that's why I got the shield.
And where do you think you're going?
Oh, she gets counter now. Okay.
To think this was once hallowed ground, long before Lilith was entombed here.
Let's
Stuck around.
Chthon has been waiting eons for this moment.
let's curse that guy.
Hydra any more credit than I have to.
I don't have magic healing.
I don't have
saw
magic
moves
healing.
like that
That was
once,
fucking
centuries
really
ago.
funny. Here you go, buddy. Here you go, Brian. Boop. That sealed it up.
You need this more than I do.
Oh no! Oh, I played that at the worst time. I played that at absolutely the wrong time.
So it begins.
Yeah, you're not immune to that, ding dong. Man.
Get out of there. No retreat.
She made the evil hole, she can live in it.
The rift opens.
It will all be over soon.
Ugh, I still don't get why these guys keep fighting. It can't be the money. What else do mercenaries take in trade?
We both know what Lilith
Okay, I can't.
A false promise of
I was very
eternity
curious if I could
to every
move
corrupted
him
mind.
into the hole, but I
Spell
can't.
carried on silent whispers.
Lemon! Lemon, how are you? Oh, here, while I do the dance.
They will know our power.
Lemon, how are you? How are you doing today,
How
friend?
invigorating.
See, and then
They cannot possibly match your strength.
yeah, that move is good. That move skill's good. Of course, this last guy. Of course. Marionette's broken. Hold on. Oh no.
Buy us some time.
Nice.
Get inside while you can. Leave that to me.
Hell yeah! That was cool as shit.
Mind can serve as the conduit of my power, precious child. Liber tenebris reversus es nobis. Only a few moments longer. Together we will reforge the Darkhold and usher in.
It's over, lady.
Get inside while you can. Do you see all the things crawling on the walls? Yeah, that's why she summoned Robbie to burn them all up.
Lucky shot. She won't hit me again.
But it is all for you. Everything I do is always for you, child.
Block her out! She gave up the right to call you that word when she sold her soul to that monster.
The truth shall reveal itself soon enough, sister.
Even with her attention focused on that damn book, Lilith's barrier will not be easy to bring down.
Yeah, but the cave shore is.
Midnight suns, disassemble.
Now you're talking.
Oh shit. She referenced the other Avengers thing. All right, shatter all 3 pillars. Shatter pillar being enemies of the battle.
It's not the most elegant solution, but bringing the roof down on them will certainly put a damper on them.
Okay.
Should have hit a few of those columns with the hell time.
Okay. Just good opener. Yeah, there's no wrong choices here. What are we looking at?
Exactly what I needed.
There we go.
Time to whoever gets the job done.
Just gonna boop you. That's a lot of damage. Human forms look kind of like Kanari. Little things about this game keep making me think of Dragon Age. I see it. I agree. I agree. Try to pile on a little bit more damage.
To restore our strength.
Because these things are the soulbound, so okay. We have to deal with these soulbound guys. These guys are gonna be problems. Hell yeah! It worked! Oh! T-pose for Doc! Is he just gonna be there? T-pose for dominance!
Do not waste your strength, child. Being set in motion cannot be undone. Will not be
Thank you!
undone.
You have the power to stop this, Mother.
A debt of blood is owed.
Oh, thank
and
you,
the debt
video
of blood
games.
Shall be paid. Chthon will arise.
There's no convincing her. You know what you have to do.
About time.
Thank you, video games, for this blessing.
For the rest of us.
You ever have a video game give you just exactly what you need? I'll take that.
Your time has come.
Never in my life.
You were too weak for this fight.
Oh, yeah, right. When you deal damage to them, they split. I'll discard this. Get Hunter to move here. So we kill that guy.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Yep. Nice. Oh, I forgot when I discard now I get a move and a shove. I need to remember that now. I can get a second shove if I discard.
They have not changed their plans.
Sarah, my sister. It's been far too long.
Don't speak as if you know Dina. Century.
Saddens me to hear you say that. There's still time for you to see things his way.
No one
Hey,
calling
perfect. That
themselves
brought in a bunch of
Midnight
dogs
Sun
right here
will
around this
ever
thing
join
I can
your
explode.
corrupted ranks. I promise you that.
Like this.
All who serve Lilith will fall.
I love that Morningstar card. That's such a good card.
Your mother abandons you.
Come on. Oh my gosh, I just want to be able to bump them into something. I just wanted a bump, you know? Oh wait, are we in a better? No! Wait, Robbie. Can you? Yes! Nice. Gotta get all that free damage. Free damage.
There's nowhere left to run.
Lilith may have found the one man, or monster, capable of withstanding the dark energies of that book long enough to fully restore it.
Banner's been nothing but trouble since this whole thing started.
We both know what
Here.
it's like to have a power.
Just get a free card draw out of it.
Take my clothes off and go berserk whenever I'm in a bad mood.
Okay. Paragon collar for free.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
So I do that, so he takes damage from the Ghost Rider ability. Hey, he leveled, nice. And so Hell's Fury levels up. I'm gonna heal him to draw more Ghost Rider cards, or I'm just drawing 2. Okay, no, it's 2 cards of who I'm healing, which is great. Which gives him another lash, which means he'll take more damage, which means we'll power up Hell's Fury more. For my last card play, let's make him bleed. For some heroism gain, we'll draw 2 blade cards. We'll redraw the make him bleed just to not waste it on this turn. We got Holy Burst, that's great.
More of them are joining the fight.
Okay, so we got some basic dogs. We're gonna shatter the pillar.
Stark should have just.
With the Hulk as it is, I doubt that would calm his temper.
I say we do it anyway.
Okay, got a bunch of duders.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
That card is great.
Feel my call.
And we'll lash those together to again power up.
Leave some for the rest of us.
So that, yeah, that powered up his souls, powers up Hell's Fury. I'm gonna redraw the regular Drain Soul. Okay, this will just hit one of them. See, what's annoying is like I want to move here so that I can bump him from this side. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to do this maneuver, you know what I mean? I'll just do it the other way. Not in range of that. And he's over here by himself. So, okay. I feel good about that turn. Just resisting everything. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the heroic combo. More fun. Excuse me. Ow. Hey, that levels up Hell's Fury. That's funny. That's definitely intentional. Yo! Robbie!
Now we may leave.
Mother.
Your mother died centuries ago. Now get out of there.
I'm sure, yeah, we got him. We did it. We did it, gang. Woo, we win. We totally won, 100%. No problem. We dropped the tempo on him. Woo! The rock fell in front of the camera. It was showing you a big rock stopping the Hulk. Yeah, that's what that means. The big rock fell, and that stopped the Hulk. So, problem solved. Right, and this is our victory shot of being like, oh no! Oh no, I totally thought we had this. Wanda's in her battle costume for that scene because Robbie isn't. Wanda was on a heroic, a hero op. And, oh, yeah, Robbie's also, Nico's also in her battle outfit with, oh. Oh. That's really bad.
What's wrong? Everything.
That's really bad.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna save just.
Robbie, I have eyes. Please be alarmed in silence.
Yeah, tell that to Sparky.
That quick swap was funny.
The mysterious structure, which has
I
been
hope Aunt May
described as
isn't
some
watching
kind
this
of
because she's
ancient
going to
temple,
flip.
has suddenly appeared in the war-torn Republic.
Try to stop it, but
decimating a
We
remote
screwed up,
village at the
Robbie.
base of Mount
It's
Wonderful.
okay, you can say it.
These images,
Doesn't matter
taken by
who
tourists,
screwed up.
have been reposted
What matters is that
Hey, Pete, can you pick up that thing right there for me? Can you just grab that? When you see those things, can you all just grab those?
Wow.
We're in the end game now.
Oops.
Sparkle, hello.
I always wonder if...
Will I see you at the meeting?
Yeah, maybe.
Everyone being like whoopsie
Depends
all
how
the time.
bored I am.
Man, we really fucked up.
You're expecting to hear a witty one-liner. I get it. But I gotta say, I'm speechless.
I find that hard to believe.
I'm serious. You dropped a freaking mountain on the Hulk, and he waltzed away like it was nothing.
I mean, he's the Hulk.
If a mountain didn't kill him, what could? My ego? No. It couldn't stand carrying the weight of the entire world.
Sparkle, how you doing today?
Oh,
Hope you're having a good morning.
1 billion elephants. A duck the size of a house? Or maybe 2
Guess you spent the last few minutes organizing your cosmics and Nexomon. Maybe you?
Third time is the charm. Maybe we could drop the moon on him.
Perfect idea, Hunter. Rock hard just thinking about it. I said what I said.
What else is there to lose at this point?
How dare you reference dropping a moon on someone?
Figuratively, also everything. The exciting thing is that you don't know.
And you know how this ends?
A Deadpool never reveals his secrets. After all that, we can add another L to the.
Is that a Warlock shirt? It is.
L?
You know, a loss, a goose egg, a big fat 0.
I put him in database order.
I don't know how you keep up the cheerleader attitude.
Always a good idea.
I have faith we will still win in the end.
We got it.
Where does this so-called faith come from? The Good Feelings supply store?
From myself and my friends, like you.
Right in the feels.
I relive the same 3 days over and over to stop the moon. We're not dropping
It's
it.
okay. I'm into it. Just take it sleazy, Hunter. The fight's not going anywhere.
I mean, you weren't so much saving the moon as saving the world from having the moon dropped on it. You know what I mean? Like, that it was more specifically that. You did say stop the moon, that's true. All right. So I know like the whole hashtag apocalypse now. I know like that'll happen, but we're gonna
Coming to book club tonight?
We're gonna go to book club.
Meet you there.
I'll walk you.
It's book club time.
Ice Bear has too many secrets.
Zach, hello. Stop the moon, woods this clock town. Everybody making that reference. Book club, book club, book club, book club.
No rest for the Midnight Suns.
Book club.
Yeah.
Welcome to book club.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to Bub Club. Wolverine's like, I didn't like book club, so I started my own club. It's called Pub Club. All right, well, what do we do in Pub Club? You sit around and you drink and you smoke cigars and you don't fucking talk. You be quiet.
I didn't realize Steve knew the author. I really should have read this when he first asked.
What was the book? Okay, hang on. Excuse me. Zach, how you doing today? The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips, U.S. Army retired. Chapter 4 excerpt. As I've shown in previous chapters, General Custer did not lead from the front, but from the tip of the spear. This relentless glory-seeking has no place in today's army, of course, nor waging war upon a civilian populace. His recklessness doomed his soldiers. General Washington led from the top. Nevertheless, applying a classic hierarchical structure to a volunteer army creates its own difficulties. Only General Washington's personal engagement with his subordinates, combined with the home ground focus of the Continental Army, allowed for his success. How can we explain the leadership style of Captain Steve Rogers? Yes, he did personally engage in combat with the enemy, but never for personal glory. Countless after-action reports show Captain Rogers reinforcing a wavering battle line or leading a stalled push to inspire his fellow soldiers. On longer duration assignments involving battalion command, Captain Rogers directed his soldiers from the center. Trusting his soldiers and encouraging some autonomy allowed elements to operate independently, while still working toward the battalion's overall goal. It is my firm belief that this form of leadership is not limited to Captain Rogers, but can be replicated in government, military, or private industry. I don't know any of what I just read. I don't understand what I just read.
If you haven't already, you good?
Yeah, let's go.
I am ready.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then, guess I'll start. Steve,
Did Steve recommend a book about himself? Kind of, I think.
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops. But his drive
as someone who used to run a book club, Logan's response is typical. I feel like the first one is a gimme.
Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
Yeah, guess what?
His orders were to slaughter a native village. He deserved what he got.
I can't argue with that. I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego is a
I feel like the
double-edged
first one's a
sword
gimme.
for a
You know what
leader.
I mean?
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face.
I thought you didn't read the book.
I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
It's like how he says I didn't, like
more
I
about
didn't.
George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear
Logan, I was
about
there.
his
He was a
goals
pretty
and knew how
motherfucker.
to get out of his own way. Washington led from the top, though he kept counsel with various advisors. Once he made a decision, he expected his subordinates to follow his orders.
I do not love that rendering of Carol's hair. It's not the best. Hair is really hard.
This George Washington reminds me of you.
Everyone like
You'd
that.
better not say it's the hair.
No, you keep counsel at Central. Once you make up your mind,
Griffiths
you
and people
assign
book club are over
missions to
100
the
years
rest of
old.
us.
Hunter, Stephen, Bub. I wonder what books they used to read.
Leads like George
A
Washington.
bunch of the models in this area, in this are a
More than
real 8 out
anyone
of
else in
10.
the book, Washington believed true leadership is a contract bestowed upon you by those
It's
who
certainly
lead.
not the hair.
And that's where the book gets its title.
Right, the mantle of authority. It's something that augments
Hunter read scrolls.
Which brings us to our final profile.
Hunter had books.
We really don't have to do this one.
And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field, and that's why my profile is in the book. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. If I gave Tony an order, he'd laugh in my face. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice.
Hunter had books.
I have to show that putting in the effort today will make a better
There was
tomorrow.
only one.
It cannot be as
They had the
simple as
first
you
one.
make it
Hunter, we brought
sound.
you an amazing thing. It's called a book.
No,
They
it
just
never
made
is.
it.
It's a constant struggle, and you won't always see eye to eye. Still, I find it's absolutely worth the effort. Leadership you can gain, but trust, that you have to earn. But I find
It's
a
just
little
a
enjoyment in
it's just one of
talking
those
about
flip books.
myself, so yeah. let's
He's
end it here.
massive. Pastry, hello. Yeah,
All
he's
right,
too
we'll
big.
call it here.
He's too big.
Next month is Hunter. Do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Why they have to go and ruin scrolls? I hate Gen tours.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan #5, the last queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic. A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
I appreciate Blade, like, you know, how it works, how it goes sometimes.
What did you think?
Well, the punch is decent, but there should have been a bigger spread.
Always up for space nonsense, the
I meant,
anti-Jack
what
Black.
did you think about book club?
I just told you. Thumbs up for punch, thumbs down for snacks.
God. Logan.
I'm actually surprised Steve recommended this book.
Why?
Fucking
Steve can
bub.
take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise, especially from someone he respects.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the books.
You are not required to do so.
Come on, it's the principle.
You know, I'm with Steve. Like, update, he did recommend a book about himself. Yeah. He recommended a book that included a chapter on him, which...
Well, at least Logan showed up.
You did not think he would?
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club, and I don't know what to expect from that book of his.
It's yeah.
The name alone has me intrigued.
Maybe you're right. I should learn to roll with the unexpected.
You know what this means, Logan Book Club outfit? Maybe.
You welcomed a resurrected
Maybe.
demon slayer into your life.
We'll see. We'll see what
Now
happens.
We read books together.
Can't argue with that. When you first joined, I wanted you to keep an open mind about book club. I owe Logan the same courtesy you showed me.
Also, I'm surprised Logan didn't recommend some book about, like, Bushido and the Way of the Samurai. Like,
good meeting.
I'll take another Brooklyn handshake, sure. Book club. There it is. I'm sorry, what is this outfit? Hey, Jesse, who's Lightbringer? They dialed back the Orientalism in this game. That's true. Wait till the spin-off, though. Hell if I know. Hang on. Marvel Lightbringer. Lightbringer was the name given by Thor to her magical hammer. Myth had it, Lightbringer was once a star until God Emperor Doom plucked it from the skies and forged it into a hammer for her upon her admittance to the Thor Corps. Oh! Hang on. It's not Lightbringer. It's not... Okay, hang on. It's not... Okay. This is a very important fucking deep weird cut. It's not Lightbringer. It's Lightbringer, no E. It is the name of Allison Blair's band, aka Dazzler. Because in the Battle World series where everyone was Thor, Dazzler Thor's hammer was called Lightbringer. So once it came back to the Prime Marvel Universe, yeah, Dazzler Thor is a hell of a word. Once it came back to the Prime Marvel Universe and Allison Blair was back to Dazzler, her band is called Lightbringer. Comics bullshit. Just top tier, incredible comics bullshit. I love comics. For the first 2 issues of Vision 2016. Thank you for the nudge, Jalen. Oh, yeah, I should read that.
Ah, I see.
It's like 12 issues? All right, we did, all seems like a good time to bring up the limited series Beauty and the Beast featuring Hank McCoy and Dazzler as an of its time awesome comic soap. I'm sorry, wait, hang on one second.
Good girl, Charlie.
Did you just say that comic features
Wanda,
Hank McCoy and
there's something
Dazzler?
I ought to say to you.
Oh?
You were right about Lilith's tomb.
Did you just say I was right about something?
It's gonna crash. This is unconscionable. Like, how? How is this happening? Romantic tension, everything I want. Instead of sad and alone, isolated Hank. Instead of super smart, I'm mutant Tony Stark, who commit literal war crimes, Hank. This is starting to actively ruin the experience for me. This is when I wish I still had Twitter so that I could just complain about this and be like, what the actual shit? Remember when Fraser Crane played Hank McCoy? You're welcome. Oh my God. Remember when Hank was all about tossed salad and scrambled eggs? It's classic beach, which is great. I hate the mutated dog-eared no-face that showed up around AVX. Yeah, I don't like it. Scrambled eggs all over his face. I do. That was good casting, even though that guy hates women and others. Correct. Fraser Crane was a good casting choice. Also, that dude fucking sucks. Okay.
Are you seeing this?
Well, now we just. Oh my God.
The mysterious structure, which has been.
Does he? I didn't know this? Yeah. It helps that he's not really active anymore, so people don't. Like, it doesn't come up a lot.
Did you?
Of course.
He's equating abortion to gun violence or something last I saw. Yeah. He's not a cool guy.
Yeah.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan.
Also, you can't just get through life. And that's where the book gets its...
All right, we'll call it here.
Okay.
I'm not...
You headed out.
Just gonna start saving at every possible opportunity. This is a fun thing that happens sometimes also. The controller doesn't like connect. Okay. How far off are we from another all X-Men group game, you think?
Chthon is slithering his way into
Hopefully not too far.
I can feel it.
I see.
You know what I mean? Hopefully not too far.
Seems so.
I hope there being some X-Men in this.
But how can I
Means that that's starting to be a thing
when
again.
The Temple of Chthon is wreaking havoc on my home. I grew up in Transia, you know, in a remote village at the foot of Mount Wondercore. It's all destroyed now, along with those poor people's lives.
The casualties Transia has suffered these last
We will
few
avenge
days.
them.
We will avenge each and every one of them.
I really hope we can.
Please give Cajun delicious Gambit game. Oh my god, I would love Gambit in this
The
game.
world depends on it, literally.
I would
Whatever it
love
takes to
Gambit
stop
in this
Mom,
game.
Whatever it takes.
I'm
afraid of her, you know.
This is a sentence I'm gonna say. I would pay extra money for Gambit in this game.
What if it happens again? What if she turns me back into bad Wanda? What if I...
Cajun delicious Gambit game makes me want to cooking sim with Remy LeBeau.
I know you fear yourself. Fear what you can do.
Just
but
more.
I am telling you that it is only
Just
holding
more.
you
Just more
back.
Gambit.
Yeah, I know. You've been helping me with that. It's just, I don't want to fall. I couldn't bear to hurt any of you again.
So use
Nightcrawler
your
could
power
get
to stop that
interesting.
from happening.
Like,
I know you have it in you to resist Lilith.
You seem to know, but I'm not so sure.
Then get sure. We need you in full form, even if it is terrifying.
Be careful what you wish for. Well, I ought to get back to the news.
imagine an X-Men dating
See
sim
what
where you can
new
romance
horrors
Gambit
are
and he cooks for
befalling my
you.
hometown.
I don't think she needs to imagine that. Like, I think that's where she was.
The overconsumption of news media is supposed to be bad for your mental health, especially during an apocalypse.
Especially during apocalypse, yeah, let me tell
There are
you.
worse things for your mental
Can
health,
confirm.
Hunter, and I'm pretty sure I've experienced them all. I'll take my chances with a little cable news. Night.
Wanda, there's something I ought to say to you.
Yay, we did it. Ugh, the first time we're actually trusted to sit in the driver's seat, the first freaking time, and we couldn't stop her.
Well, but the Avengers got
We
3
dropped
chances,
a mountain on
so
her head, and Lilith still managed to summon the Temple of Chthon.
Lilith got 3 chances, so we get 3 chances,
go,
or the
team.
Avengers. Yeah, no, listen, we did the
Tony
thing.
said, you gave it your best shot.
Nightcrawler working an
What you
action
and Robbie
platformer,
did took real
sword attack,
courage,
vantage
and
reverse.
that is a victory all
I've been
unto
ready for an X-Men
itself.
Otome since I was 7.
Well, I'd rather have a real win for once.
You will get there.
Ugh, how come you always manage to say the exact right thing to make me feel better?
It is one of my secret superpowers.
Nightcrawler
You mean
Metroidvania.
not so secret superpower? All right, I'm gonna stay out here a while and lick my wounds for a little bit longer. Thanks for
I'd play
checking up
that.
on me.
You're welcome, Disney. Go make more money.
Oh?
You were right about Lilith.
All right, let's watch this and see if it won't crash.
Did you just say I was right about something?
I did. Just as you were probably right about other things, too. Many other things. You let an old, stubborn immortal let you take the blame for so much.
You were hurting. You needed something to point to.
And here I was thinking I was the one who was supposed to take care of all of you. I am sorry, Wanda. For everything.
So am I.
Hey, all right, listen. It's a start. It's a... Thanks,
Sorry
Steve.
about that.
It's a start, you know? So it's interesting when these pop up that she's always like
not feel it, child?
as my mother
You
and
have
not
gone too far, Mother.
Lilith.
I could say the same to you, child. Leaving me for dead and buried under that mountain.
Yeah.
What a way to treat your mother.
Yeah, you...
One look at Transia tells me everything I need to know. Sarah was right. My mother died centuries ago.
It pains me to hear you say that. Especially when everything I have done has...
Do not say it. Do not tell me you have unleashed all those horrors in my name.
Why are you
do
opening a
not need
folder?
to.
Stop.
All will be revealed soon. The Darkhold is finally complete. The prophecy draws to its close. The Midnight Sun is coming, and with it, him. We will all have our final parts to play. Will you be ready when the curtain rises?
If everything you do is truly for me, Mother, then I beg you to stop. Let us both return to our graves and let the world know
Sapphire,
peace.
hello.
You almost sound like him.
I thought we could not talk about him here.
Don't be ridiculous, not him. Him. Your father.
Your father.
He
Oh,
once
Darth
said
Vader?
something similar to me. Several lifetimes ago.
I kept breaking stuff this morning at
I have
work.
never
I'm
heard
sorry.
you speak of him until now.
We close upon the end of a billion years prophecy. Forgive me if I'm a bit... sentimental. I sometimes wonder if I could bring his soul to this place.
Isn't that because
To have him stand once more beside me. Beside us.
I implore you, do not. In his death, he has been spared the sight of the foul creature you have become.
Damn.
I envy him for that. What? No snappy comeback? Promises that we shall be reunited under the glorious eye of the Midnight Sun?
No, child. Not this time.
Worked here for a year and a half. IT, forgot where my cubicle was. Oh, I did that all the time. I would always ask people where they were because here is a thing, Sapphire, of how I thought of it. Part of my job was not to remember where people sat, and people moved frequently enough that even if I did remember where someone was, in a few months they'd be in a different spot anyway. Oh, hello. I haven't moved it all though. Yeah, but they don't know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would always confirm with someone where they were, where they were.
Agatha?
I'm sorry to intrude, dear. Do you have a moment?
Sure. Can we talk to Wanda about you? Can you talk to Wanda?
You always came to me
It'd be
for
great.
advice when vexed by a difficult problem. Never Sarah.
It'd be cool.
That is called playing one parent against the other.
I know. And I always gave advice Sarah would have given, if you hadn't both quarreled over every tiny thing.
I thought so. Was she there, but invisible? Did she whisper your advice through lost sorceries of the blood?
Of course not. Hunter, we spoke about you constantly. The weight of prophecy should never fall on a child. So we tried to give you room to be your own person.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea.
Hunter and her
What
two
did you want to
moms.
discuss?
I don't know how to say this without sounding melodramatic, but Despite our actions, the prophecy unfolds. Chthon's return
Right.
seems inevitable.
Uh-huh.
Yet all I can do for the people I love is haunt a library and play macabre tour guide.
Agatha.
I should be here with Sarah and yourself, helping to bring the team together. But I never have felt more useless.
You can't magic yourself back to life. I feel like this happens every other week in
Sorry,
comics.
Hunter. I'll leave you to your rest.
I feel like this happens every other week in comics, is someone who's a powerful spellcaster is just like, I'm not dead. And that's it. They just...
Agatha. Hunter, I'm coming in.
Hello? Were you just chilling outside my door?
Where is she? I heard you speaking with her.
God, finally.
I am surprised you can hear, Agatha.
Then you don't deny it?
Why would I? Especially to you.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? Why didn't you tell Caretaker?
I think I promised her.
I made a promise not to tell.
To who?
Agatha.
Then why now?
Because if you can hear Agatha, the two of you need to have a long talk.
Yeah. Word.
I don't know if I can.
Agatha didn't want anyone to know. Okay, I was like, I think this happened, but I couldn't remember.
All right. I'm trusting you, Hunter.
I couldn't remember if that had come up. It's one of those options, right, where it's like, oh, this is the option, so this is probably true. And the other one said lie, so yeah. Good morning, it's Avengers Day. Okay. Book club meeting, The Adventures of Crash Morgan, number 5, The Last Queen of Deimos by Thorvald McMaster. That's gotta be, hang on. That's gotta be something. Okay, the only search for it, the first 2 results are for Midnight Suns, so no.
You know, I was obsessed with the sun as
This
a
is an
kid.
in-universe comic book. It's an
huge nuclear
in-universe
reactor fueling
novel.
all light and life in our solar system. And then looking up at the stars at night and realizing there were other nuclear reactors, some of them even bigger and brighter.
Oh, excuse me.
Probably supporting planets just like ours. I was blown away.
And now?
I want to say I still am, but I saw countless stars while I was in the Kree Star Force. White dwarfs, red giants, even a couple of neutrino stars. Sadly, the sense of wonder eventually wears off, like most things.
It sounds like you miss that sense of wonder.
A part of me does, I guess. But I can't really complain. These powers opened a lot of doors.
You can go see the
Makes
star. You can
wonder
go like
where
look
I'd
at
be
it.
If the Kree's psyche magnetron hadn't turned my imagination into reality, would I still be in the Air Force or NASA? Or maybe something completely out of left field, like a social media influencer with a famous cat.
Sure.
What would the life of regular Carol Danvers look like?
Who do you think, here's a fun question. Who do you think in the Marvel Universe is the most online? Aaron says Spider-Man. That really depends on where in the Marvel Universe you're talking about. Aaron's answer was Spider-Man because he's the youngest. And what did you say, Sweeney? Okay. You mean like Tom Holland Spider-Man, like from the movies. Okay. Gut thought is Deadpool. Oh, MCU. Aaron answered from the point of the MCU. Yeah, you would still be doing stuff.
You have found new ways to break boundaries.
Fighting Gaming has his own
and set
Twitter
new
feed.
records.
That's true. That's true. He does have his own
Probably
Twitter
break those
account.
as well.
I do love the sound of a glass ceiling shattering, and it would be nice to know that I did it with no
I don't know enough about
extraterrestrial
Amadeus
help, so to
Cho.
speak.
I haven't read those.
That's a thought. Maybe in another life. But for now,
Aaron's
you're
answer for
stuck
the
with
least
me
is
in this
Wolverine,
one.
which I think is a hard agree. I think that's a hard agree right there. Yeah.
I still can't believe
Yeah.
What don't you believe, Robbie?
Hey.
Do you ever wonder what life would be like if all this wasn't forced on you? You'd be out there having fun, making friends, living a normal life. I want Hunter Power.
Thanks,
This is just the game. Like, do you want more stats? And I will just always be like, yes, I want stats. Thank you. Friendship is easy to get.
As requested.
MJ. You please drive by May's house and make sure
Logan doesn't use a phone at all.
she's probably scared.
You know, he's probably online a lot.
Everyone's in the same boat. She won't want you to be making a fuss, so come
Miss
up with an
who's
excuse as to why
that?
you're there.
Who's that,
You bring her
Sage?
some cookies. She loves oatmeal raisin. Oh, and she probably won't be going out to get her paper, so can you collect the Daily Bugles and bring them in? Maybe check to see if they're running any Spider-Man headlines and ditch those.
Runaways #1.
Was that the time we fought the 20-foot tall robot?
You're gonna have to be
Oh, Mystique. Oh, I was like, here's the fucking thing with comics. I was like, maybe that's a misspelling of Mystique. Maybe that's another character I've never heard of. Do you know what I mean? It literally could have gone either way. It literally.
What have you brought me today?
Okay, that's yeah.
This should serve our purposes.
Mystique is one of those people, like Brian was telling me about a reporter who has like a locked private account for reporting and like tracking stuff, and that's Mystique. Quick on that is bad. Yeah, it just does more damage. That's
steaming coil in the hallway.
good.
Third state of matter, indeed.
Her having the tech reporter who seriously had a 0 followers locked account to see how Twitter looked at shit from that viewpoint. Yeah, like that's the sort of account that Mystique has.
Don't forget to write.
Not sure I can.
Like she creeps on everyone.
It all bleeds together after.
Quentin Quire is a good pick, honestly. You know, I agree. I agree.
I want it to be a long road.
Quentin Quire would be very online. Like bad online, where you're like, buddy, you gotta.
Let's do this.
Like, man,
Caretaker said I
please,
need to be a team
please,
player.
we're worried about you.
So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too.
Okay. Missed the question, but as far as terminally online goes, yeah. The question was who's the most who in the Marvel universe is the most online?
MJ, I'm gonna be fine.
I think Quentin Quire is a solid answer.
That's adorable.
Okay, let's do Magic and Tony's messages, because these are the friendship level ups, which are great.
Wrong. I love the book. Read it cover to cover, twice. Then I put it down and had a great night's sleep. Haven't had one of those since I came to this fun house.
Is your bed uncomfortable?
Oh, the bed is fine. It's all the other stuff that's been keeping me awake. Cold drafts, whispering voices, footsteps in the hall, footsteps on my ceiling, footsteps under my bed, footsteps on my bed, random stuff moving around. But last night, slept like a baby. All because I read the book and am starting to learn. Is it crazy that I'm actually kind of enjoying this?
like the idea that the ghosts in this place are fucking with Tony explicitly.
I warn you, the things you will learn
Do you know
will
what I
only
mean?
get stranger and more disturbing from here on.
Are you kidding me? I can't wait.
I will have to figure out your next lesson. It should probably involve some sort of artifact.
The more ancient and forbidden, the better.
I will see what I can do.
Well, I can't express my thanks enough. You're taking all the spooky stuff and making it a little less spooky.
I guess you will have to come up with a new nickname for Strange then.
Oh no, he stays Dr. Spooky. I may be getting comfortable with all the oddities around the Abbey, but he still weirds me out.
You two are exactly the same.
You and Strange are like two sides of the same coin. You do know that.
I'm glad to be able to say it out loud.
I'm the scientifically engineered metal alloy coin, and he's the wish you make when you toss it in a well.
I should probably put some thought into a suitable artifact for you to study.
Oh sure, I'll be fine here. And if I see anything floaty and undead, I won't even yell.
If 2 Iron Man cards are played in a turn, +1 redraw, limit once per turn. Okay.
I like to come here, away from all the noise.
It is heartwarming that I am not noise to you.
Obviously, you're better than that. Maybe even, you know, my equal.
I cannot believe the Dark Child sees me as an equal.
This game is so foggy.
Just be honored and never mention it again.
But this is a moment I will treasure for eternity, Ileana. Maybe I can even ask Robbie to make us matching t-shirts to commemorate it.
You're the worst. So bad you might even impress the likes of Mephisto.
That does not sound appealing.
Better to impress the Prince of Lies than to provoke his contempt. What he respects, he also fears. I will never apologize for being comfortable with my darkness, and neither should you.
The darkness is ours to wield. It is our strength.
Hell yeah.
There is no shame in owning up to what we are and what we can do.
You are right, Hunter. More than right. I needed an ally and a friend like you for a long time. Someone that embraces their darkness and makes me feel comfortable with mine.
I am honored I can be that friend to you, Ileana.
Totally, 100%.
It was an unexpected gift.
Totally good with the
one I am
darkness.
happy to receive.
Just ignore
When this battle
my.
is over, you should come back with me. Join the X-Men.
Don't you need to be a Don't you need to be a mutant?
I do not have any mutant powers. I'm not sure I qualify.
You are more skilled than most of the mutants I met. I'm sure old Xavier will be happy to bend that rule for you. In any case, I hope we can continue fighting side by side in the
The slap in the
future.
face of Spidey and Deadpool.
If there is a future, that is.
Ileana, you and the Suns are the future. At least
I
you
like-
have given me hope for it.
Don't get too sentimental on me, Hunter.
Spidey's like, listen, I'm not like a
like
capital
you.
M mutant, but I'm mutated. Oh shit, Demon Child challenge mission unlocked. Hell yeah! Reaching maximum friendship with a hero unlocks their Midnight Suns challenge at the Armory. Special challenge missions for each hero that, when completed, reward the hero with an all-new legendary suit and legendary ability. Hunter can still earn friendship XP and prestige friendship levels with this hero to earn further gameplay and cosmetic rewards. Has there ever been an X-Man that wasn't a mutant? Direct X-Men, I don't think so. Tide teams, yes. The big example I can think is Deadpool being on X-Force. I mean, but Deadpool's a mutant, right? Like... No, he has a healing factor.
Until next time.
He got that from experiments? I thought he, much like Logan, had an innate healing factor. Well, okay, no, I'm not gonna make that joke. Was he just a dude with a lot of cancer? Weapon X program to copy Logan's abilities. This game really wants to be full of microtransactions, but someone on the team said no and won. I'm with you right there 100%, Sage. It does really kind of feel like that. And I'm glad for it, honestly. Okay. So let's come over here. All right. So now before I take my morning break, we will just move this down. That said, Wade's backstory is very inconsistent. That's fair. All right. So, comics. So before I take my morning break, we're gonna watch this the Destiny Vidoc, and then I'll take my morning break, and then when we get back, I will do that. I'll do that challenge mission because that sounds neat. His experiment was to mimic Logan's before they just had like cancer. He's not immune. He's a scientific experiment, like Hulk or Captain America. We learned a couple years ago he had a child and was brainwashed to kill his parents. Oh shoot. But all right. So this is gonna be all about Lightfall. Pool is officially a mutant as of 2022. I was gonna say, I was like, I feel like
the stakes are higher than they've ever been.
Oh man, high stakes.
Have we been built to defend the Traveler? Have we been built to defend humanity? The Witness is going to bring all of that to the test.
What is that? How would we react if we were facing extinction? And how are we going to stand together to overcome this?
You know what must be done.
We were created for this moment, to deal with this conflict, to solve for this enemy.
Mutant Draft one, I got picked for Hume and wait for Muty.
Evil finally arrives and confronts the Traveler.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, they were picking teams, and somebody really wanted Wanda on the other side. That's cool. Midnight Suns crashed as we were watching this.
Threatened. The Witness is here. Callus's forces are here as well. The Pyramid Fleet is here. Big shit is going down.
Lightfall should feel like you have stepped into the middle of an active war.
One of the values that we really wanted to push was making sure that you felt like the tip of the spear. You were the one who was initiating the action. You were the one who was taking control. You were the one who was attacking things. What this tone gave us the chance to do.
Oh my God, that movement's gonna take a little getting used to.
Actions that we have to each other.
Kaido, we'll need your troops.
If the end of the universe is coming, what do we have left other than each other?
Keep the enemy away from the Traveler. At all cost.
There's a pretty big, serious threat that is happening to the solar system, so we really wanted to bring that gravity and that weight into the story.
Seems weird to be the tip of a spear in a defensive war.
What we're doing right now is we're both.
Well, they're invading.
For the Light and Darkness saga, we're pulling the
Absolutely have to ensure I have the right ship for these scenes.
for the first time.
I need to look into my ship collection.
Has been, what does it want?
Get a good ship for this season.
What will happen when it finds it? And in Lightfall, it does find it.
I feel like the Witness is so drastically different from any other antagonist that we've had in Destiny in the past. You know, a lot of our Destiny antagonists are like kind of over the top and theatrical in their own way. And then we have the Witness, who's just so reserved. It's all about control.
We know the darkness isn't a thing we can hold on to.
He's here to finish what the collapse started.
Really got to kick their door in.
There's Callus, always been power hungry, in it for himself. He's now signed on as one of the Witness's disciples. We're seeing Callus go through a transformation and emerge as something new.
My semblance matches my inner beauty.
Oh, hell yeah.
Odds are stacked against you. The Witness has arrived. We got Callus. Everything's under attack. How do we deal with this? And then you find this thread.
We knew we wanted to do another darkness power in Destiny. Are we gonna do what everyone thinks we're gonna do? Are we gonna make like poison? No. We're gonna do something that you'd only find in Destiny. We're gonna go talk about this thing called Strand, and it's the web of life.
What does it mean to have a cosmic web that's connecting everything around you? How do you actually make that like an ability? How do you make that like a power? It's something that doesn't actually exist. You can't just point to fire, electricity, or ice. Coming up with the idea of the strings,
These look great.
Up the world. I think that was when everything kind of started to come together.
Strand is unlike any of the powers that we've gotten before. We didn't get it from the Traveler, we didn't get it from the Pyramids. It is a power that we find is unlocked within us as Guardians. When you pull on that
We're just so good. We're just so cool.
That web, ooh, you can do some really powerful things.
We have some exciting player class fantasies coming up with Strand that we're introducing. So we have the Hunter Threadrunner, which is going to introduce this threaded spike.
The Hunter Super Silk Strike, it's this kind of rope dart.
I've got to admit, this is getting me a little hyped.
It feels fluid.
It's always so much more interesting to see the stuff in motion, right? Because you can read about it all day, or you can hear people talk about it, but like seeing it is a whole other thing.
And the name is pretty fitting.
The Titan Super is Blade Fury, where you weave these giant blades onto your hands. You have a melee attack that you can kind of combo indefinitely, and then you have your heavy attack, which sends out these suspending waves.
And then there's the Warlock Broodweaver, a mastermind of the minions that we call the Threadlings.
The Warlock Broodweaver Super is Needle Storm. You create 3 sources of power, and then those then get launched out, and then those fly through the air.
Hell yeah!
When they hit an enemy, they'll
give me those
explode.
super noises.
When they hit the ground, they will then charge up and then turn into Threadlings.
That's great.
All the classes will have access to a grappling hook. When you select that, that takes up your grenade slot. It was a hard challenge because, like, how can you make this idea of swinging through the world equivalent to a grenade? And so designers came up with this idea of a grapple melee.
The grapple melee is incredibly powerful. I grapple onto an enemy, which stuns them for a second. And then when I get there, I grapple punch, blow them all up, and start shooting, and then the unravel projectiles are flying all over the place.
Oh, so this is gonna be a new
Coming
thing.
together was magic for me. Oh my God, that's Destiny?
Yeah, that hits. I love that. I love that.
Neomuna has existed for hundreds of years. It branched off from Earth during our collapse and shut off any communication. So they've been secretly existing on Neptune for a very long time and keeping themselves safe.
It was amazing to see how the concept artist made all of this beautiful art feel really fresh and new, but also a part of the Destiny universe.
When we think about how to design Neomuna, like what's the architecture like? We're thinking of a lot of aerodynamic things, fins and sailboats.
Hell yeah, look at
That
this.
informs us sort of the architectural form language. that kind of looks unlike anything we've ever seen before.
Oh yeah, show me background stuff. Yeah.
Strong pressure. We have that.
New Moon watches us 3 near apocalypse for the past few years.
We show the sand is made out of diamonds. The whole
yeah, they don't know what's going on. They got nothing.
The color, the graphic design, the vibrancy, and yeah, there's some mysteries in there.
The cool thing about Neomuna is that it's like this big neon-soaked city, but it has quite a spectrum of different environments.
I think my favorite absolutely is the Thrillodrome. It is an arcade lost sector. And
what?
I think we can relate to spending our days in a sticky arcade.
Yo.
With our buddies.
I'm also so excited for people to see the puka pond with all of the pukas that have been like such a mystery.
The pukas! Oh my god, I love those things.
And then on the other side of the city is Callus's ship. The Typhon Imperator has landed square in Ahimsa Park.
You see that the city is indeed kind of in shambles in parts. There's smoke, there's explosions in the air, and I just go back to the teamwork of everybody getting into a room and thinking like, what can we do to make this feel high octane, very explosive, and familiar?
Hell yeah. Oh.
This is a city that needs the Guardians' help and needs their protection, and Callus is gonna do his level best to destroy it, and we're not gonna let them, and neither are the Cloud Striders.
There's a lot new about Lightfall. We have this new location, and it has these new personalities that come along with it. They're defenders of this city.
Hell yeah.
And they have new perspectives that we really haven't seen in characters in Destiny, and that's taking the form of the Cloud Striders, Nimbus, and Rohan.
I understand what's at stake, Lightbearer. Far better than you.
Rohan is the grizzled old veteran who's too old for this shit. And Nimbus is the young rookie.
I like her,
Nimbus
like,
is
can I say shit? Yeah, I did,
on the
okay.
job.
Nimbus was definitely a favorite of ours to animate. They're so boisterous and fun-loving and a little smug, but super confident in their abilities.
The Cloud Striders, bottom line, are cool.
On your stakes!
These fucking
We
guys.
want the Tormentors to be the most scary unit that you've ever fought in the Destiny universe.
Holy crap, this combatant is very powerful. It means business.
It's incredibly intimidating. This thing wields a massive scythe, has command over all this void energy.
The Tormentor can like grab you, and that's something we'd never really done before with the boss.
Throws out the sight.
Yo!
Has the player in his hands.
And in those moments for Dark Harvest, we actually do things with audio to make it feel even more intimate, where we duck out all the background sound. So you really have this intimate moment with this terrifying creature grabbing
That's gonna
you.
happen to me a million times.
Lightfall and Season of Defiance are two sides of the Destiny coin. And so on the Lightfall side, we have crazy neon cities going on an adventure far away, sort of bombastic action fantasy.
You can't
On the
touch me, you
Season of Defiance
dweeb.
side of the coin, it's a story that's much more closer to home. Season of Defiance is about the ground war on Earth. Callus's forces are
2 seconds later, oh no!
defending
Yeah.
Earth. We're freeing prisoners.
Don't worry, I got this. Ah!
We're trying to protect the last city, but much more directly and under much more threat than we have seen in a long time. You're working with Petra, you're working with Devram, you're working with all these people that you know
Ah,
are
look at
close to home that
Devram!
are battling for the real thing you're trying to save.
Look at Devram! People out of the DLC have to stay home, watch the
We
house.
have a lot of weapons and armor for players to earn, and I'm super excited to see what you've been working on.
We have a couple of Strand exotics.
The Warlocks are getting what's called Swarmers. They're these boots that will untangle destruction
create new threadlings at that location. Now they can either shoot it or they can pick up a tangle and throw a tangle, and then that will also create threadlings.
I get an orb!
The hunters are getting this helmet that will help them grapple through the air. As you grapple, you gain this new ability called Woven Mail, and it's reducing the incoming damage except for headshots. The Titans get boots that will augment a aspect that they have. The aspect itself.
Finally, we can speedrun Destiny.
Spend enemies in front of their barricade after casting it, but the boots will split it up into 3 waves. And whenever they spend an enemy with these boots on, they also gain Woven Mail. So pushing the front line further and further by being tanky.
I have been caught by those boots a couple times in our playtest. We have this incredibly cool heavy metal machine gun that fires according to its own rhythm, where it gets alternate effects every 4th bullet, and then every 16th bullet it gets even more added.
What a cool idea.
So we have this pistol that will use advanced technology to find your enemies. And so suddenly you're not worrying about aiming, you're really worrying about surviving during the lock-on time. And it opens you up to consider your movement more than your aiming, being able to lock on to multiple guys in your field of vision and then just obliterate all of them was, I think, a moment where I kind of went, whoa.
Oh, ooh, that, I'm interested in that.
We're introducing a ton of new features that are designed to make sure that the player experiences are as good as they can be.
I think one of the things we're most excited about are loadouts.
Hell yeah.
What we're calling build crafting 2.0, which is the system of both.
Despite having played Destiny 2, the only character whose name I can remember was Cade 6. It's Cade 6 and then they killed him.
And then let's allow you to save that build and quickly swap between them.
When we
This looks great.
Figuring out how we are going to improve
Hi, Rodney.
build crafting, one of the things that we knew we needed to do was make it easier to go from I have never done any build crafting to I'm really engaged in this system. When we engaged,
I love
team
Destiny's
and we
build
said, "We need to
crafting."
improve this experience." They came back with, well, what if we did a build management screen and let you see your whole build on one screen?
Oh, there's all kinds of new shit getting shown here.
And that coupled with
I'm into this person. This person looks rad.
Basically be our first ever companion to every single player.
Guardian
Oh.
Ranks is our answer to what should I be doing in Destiny if I want to get better. You have this track that tells you.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
System, along with accommodations, a way to finally say thank you to players that you've been playing with. We think all of this stuff is coming together to bring this more cohesive relationship between our players. When we think about the future of Destiny, we think there's so much more to discover. We're just on the coast right now. We want to get into the heart of this continent.
We are walking to our 10-year.
Hey Matt, if I get this expansion, can I play with you even if I'm not very good and haven't played that often? Oh yeah, absolutely.
We just want to keep building Destiny.
I would love more people to play Destiny with. That would be great.
To the Traveler for so long. In Lightfall, we get to spend time with the Witness in a way that we haven't yet.
We're paying off storylines that have been coming together and been building for years.
To be fair, half the reason I wanted to remember him is because he had the kind of personality that makes me want to throw him against the wall and either punch him or kiss him.
With the final shape that's
One step closer to being a raid team.
we're closing down the Light and Darkness saga.
One step closer. This is how it works. This is how it goes.
But Destiny is far from over.
This universe is about more than the conflict.
Just wanted to say, what's that?
And we want to show you new ways to explore it. We want to show you.
I feel really welcome and accepted here, and I appreciate that a lot. I really appreciate that, Kara. That really means a lot. That really means a lot to me. I'm very happy that you feel that way.
High stakes, thrilling action.
I'm very, very happy that you feel that way. That really means a lot to me.
Pushing the Destiny story to places it's never been before.
This is gonna be good. Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm into this. This is gonna be very good. Cade doing something that's stupid and unbelievably dangerous to have around him. Well, now I can't not fuck him. They showed off. They showed off some of the mods When, yeah, Joe's talking about loadouts.
Loadouts and what we're calling build crafting 2.0, which is the system of
So
to how you make a build. And then let's allow you to save that build and quickly swap between them.
When we
font of, so okay, yeah, they've changed some of these things.
Improve build crafting. One of the things that we knew we needed to do was make it easier to go from I have never done any build crafting to I'm really engaged in this system. When we engaged with the UI team and we said we need to improve this experience, they came back with, well, what if we did a build management screen?
Oh. You have a bonus mobility while you have any armor charge. Your armor charge decays over time.
And let you see your whole build on one screen.
Madam, DM me on Discord for help with what I need to purchase. And why, if I want to do Destiny 2, right, if that's okay. Talking about when you're not streaming. Yeah, that's totally fine, Kira. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Please do. Void Weapon Surge. Collecting an orb of power causes you to gain 1 temporary armor charge. Your void weapons gain a small bonus to damage when you have an armor charge. It now decays over time.
It's all in one place. You can
okay, so those blue mods are for the new armor charge system, which I think is wells and orbs wrapped up together. So that kind of makes sense. Right, and resilience went from 3 points to 4 points. That makes sense. And mobility is 4 points now, and intellect is now down to 4 points. So it looks like they made the class energy, the class ability mods 4, and then the other ones are 3. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, Kira, please feel free and welcome to do that, because that'll be great. All right, I'm gonna take my morning break. Now that we've seen that, when I get back, we'll go back to Midnight Suns. We have the magic challenge mission unlocked, I guess. So we'll do that. And we'll see if I can get through this game without it crashing 5 more times. We'll see how it goes. But I'll be back in a little bit.